Thundera,
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 Thundera falls! In the dying light of a shattered world, when kings fell, when fire consumed the stars, a people fled into the dark toward destiny. A kingdom burning in the heavens, a lion's roar swallowed by flame, ancient towers falling silent, nothing left but ash and name.
Children carried into darkness, through the cold and endless sky, dreams suspended in a starship,
While a broken world was left to die.
but fate is patient, time remembers.
Legends sleep but do not end.
Third earth rising from the night,
Born of lust and forged in light,
we are the echo of a fallen throne. Third earth calls us, we
are not alone. I have seen beyond tomorrow, seen a king not fully grown.
a child who carries ancient thunder, yet must claim the strength his own.
A world of ruins, beasts and shadows, hidden dangers in the stone.
But where darkness gathers power, heroes never stand alone.
Raise your voices,
Hear
the warning.
ancient evil waits below.
Something stirs beneath the mountain, something old begins to grow.
third earth rising from the night,
Born of loss and forged in light,
we are the hunters, we are the flame. Destiny remembers.
every name. Fools, you cross the stars only to crawl into my kingdom. Let them come.
Ever living, ever waiting, ever hungry. Run through the fire, run through the storm.
A king is not a title.
King is what is born.
Fight through the darkness, fight through the fear. A legend waits in sleeping thunder. The hour is drawing
Third earth rising, hear the call.
From the ruins,
We stand tall.
through the shadow,
through the flame.
We will rise and claim our name. Third earth rising.
let the stars all hear our cry.
Thunder.
Thunder!
Thundera, Thundera, Thundera,
Children with swords. Cats pretending to be kings. You mistake inheritance for power. I was was ancient when your sons were still unspoken. A curse wrapped tight in dust and bone and flame. Empires rose like sparks, then choked and broken. Yet every frightened world still learned my name. You wear a crown like custom jewelry, boy king, swinging destiny like some enchanted toy. But I have supped on gods and buried tyrants. What is a lion but a louder kind of boy? You call for thunder, I command the storm. You pray for heroes, I was evil before evil had a form. I am ever living, shaking heaven's gates. Let the cosmos tremble at the sound of hate. Kneel before the shadow. What's your kingdom fall? I have outlived angels. I will bury all. Sword of omens, little flashlight of rebellion. Show them visions, show them all the ways they die. I have watched 1,000 chosen ones come marching, each convinced their noble destiny could fly. Cheetara runs, but time belongs to monsters. Panthro builds, but steel was forged for war. Tygra hides in clever little riddles. I devour what your legends are made for. So call your banners, beat your drums, summon every hopeful sun. When the final curtain crashes, only I remain. I am ever living, crowned in ash and night. I drink the fear of heroes, I blot away the light. Tremble at my rising, hear eternity call. I have outlived empires, I will outlive all. Look at you, trying so hard to become the legend they promised. Tell me, when leadership costs blood, will you still run? Or will you break like all the others? I am ever living. Born of curse and flame. Born of curse and flame. My name in terror. Mumm-Ra. Mumm-Ra is my name. I am ever living. Last when time is gone. When your thunder fades to silence, I will still go living. You mistake age for wisdom. You mistake fear for power. And you mistake me for a child. I was handed more than armor, more than steel. A name too heavy for the hands that had to grow. Every scar has taught me what a king must learn. Strength is not the loudest thing a heart can show. You see a boy beneath this crown of burden, a cub pretending destiny can be enough. But every trial carved fire beneath my spirit, and every loss has only taught me to stand tough. You command shadows, you poison skies, but tyrants always fall, no matter how they rise. creature made of old. You may outlive kingdoms, you may outlast stone, but no immortal monster will ever claim this throne. Sword of omens, show me more than death and darkness. Show me every soul depending on my hand. Cheetara's speed, Panthro's strength, Tygra's wisdom. Together we are more than one could ever stand. A king is not a crown or ancient prophecy. A king protects the ones who cannot fight alone. And if the weight of worlds should try to break my shoulders, then let the storm itself become my bone. You speak of terror, you speak of doom, but courage walks where fear once made it room. There is thunder in my blood, lightning in my soul. I was not born to kneel beneath a creature made of old. You may outlive kingdoms, you may outlast stone, but no immortal monster will ever claim this throne. You ask if I'll still roar when leadership costs blood. Listen closely. I have buried fear, I have buried doubt. I have watched the darkness come and still I faced it out. You are not forever, not while I draw breath.
There is thunder in my blood,
Fire in my veins,
if I must stand through endless night.
I'll break eternal chains.
Call your curses,
Raise your dead.
let the whole world shake.
For every soul you ever hunted, I am wide awake.
Thunder, thunder, thunder,
Cats!
the future does not belong to the past.
They think speed is escape. They never understood. Speed is choosing to move, even when your heart wants to stay. I have outrun every shadow cast behind me, every whisper telling me to turn away, every prophecy that tried to write my ending, every ghost that begged my feet not to betray. I see danger long before the thunder reaches. I hear sorrow in the silence others miss. And though the burden comes before the battle starts, no one asked what carrying tomorrow feels like this. They call me swift, they call me wild, but even warriors break sometimes. I am faster than fear, stronger than the night. I may tremble in the darkness, but I still run toward the fight. Every heartbeat is a war drum, every scar has brought me here. You can chase me with your nightmares, but I am faster than fear. I have watched a kingdom lean upon a boy king, watched him try to wear fear. Do you know what it is to see what might come and still choose to love anyway? Because courage isn't never being afraid. It's moving before fear can chain your feet. I will not freeze, I will not fade. I was not born to be afraid. I am faster than fear, lightning in my veins. Let the sky break open wide. I will run through all the pain. No more silence, no more waiting, no more holding back the tears. If the world is falling apart, then I will be the first one there. I am faster, I am stronger, I am everything they feared. I am chasing down tomorrow. I am faster than fear. Catch me. Catch me.
No, 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 no. I was told there would be snacks. Light danger, mild peril, maybe a nice nap. Not curse an immortal skeleton wizards! I signed up for babysitting one small lion. Maybe teach him not to swing that giant sword. Maybe snacks and maybe quiet afternooning. Not a destiny apocalypse I can't afford. There were monsters, there were robots, there were things with far too many glowing eyes. And somehow every single awful cosmic problem ends with someone yelling Snarf! Like that's a wise surprise. I am fluffy, I am anxious, I am shaped incorrectly for heroic feats. I was promised snacks and a nice safe chair, not demon temples and apocalyptic evil in the air. I was promised nets and a decent meal, not running from a cursed undead thing that refuses to stay unreal. Cheetara disappears before I finish screaming. Panthro builds explosions in his spare time for fun. Tygra says mysterious and deeply unhelpful things. Lion-O keeps charging like he's trying to hug the sun. And don't get me started on the villain situation. Why is every bad guy 7 stories tall? Why are there so many ancient glowing artifacts? Who keeps building trapdoors in these castles anyway? I have panic, I have allergies, I have concerns no one is documenting. I was promised snacks and a quiet life, not evil chanting and enough trauma for at least 3 lives. I was promised peace and a blanket fort, not becoming some kind of furry Rio with sail with Snarf! Maybe courage isn't being fearless. Maybe courage is screaming the whole time and helping anyway. Snarf! Yes, I'm terrified. Yes, I would prefer to leave. Yes, I packed an emergency cheese supply in my sleeve. But if that big dumb cat is running into danger, then I guess I'm running too, very reluctantly. I was promised snacks, but I got a family, a bunch of tyrannic cat people, and somehow that cuts me. I was promised snacks, but here I stand, a tiny fuzzball facing doom with a cheese stick in my hand. Snarf! was promised snacks, and I'd like them now, please. They go curse Bill Sting.
Close your eyes, Lion-O. No. Not the ones in your head. The ones in your heart. I have walked through shattered kingdoms, watched the brightest banners fall, heard the silence after battle, felt the weight that follows all. I was once the roaring thunder, certain strength could win the day, but the years of strange ways teaching, what survives is not the same. A sword can show you futures, but futures shift like flame. Power does not make a ruler, choices carve the name. Sight beyond sight, look past the fear. The road you seek is already here. Kings are not crowned by blood or right. They are forged in darkest night. Sight beyond sight. You will lose what you cannot imagine. You will doubt the strength you claim. You will stand before impossible darkness and wonder if you're built for flame. There will be those who walk beside you, faster hearts and wiser hands. Even kings must learn that leadership is not the same as lone commands. The bravest soul is not the loudest, nor the quickest into war. The strongest hand is one still reaching when it cannot reach much more. Sight beyond sight, look through the pain. What falls today may rise again. When storms are calling, when hope takes flight, trust what you cannot yet see. Sight beyond sight. I cannot fight this battle for you. No mentor can. No ghost. No prophecy. No magic blade. Only you. But hear me now. When darkness whispers you are not enough, that is when kings are born. Sight beyond sight, open your soul. The broken pieces make you whole. No fall is final, no end is true. The future is waiting to be chosen by you. Sight beyond sight. When all light dies, the greatest vision lives inside your eyes. Goodbye for now. Lion-O. Lion-O. Hypothetically, if food went missing,
and someone's valuables disappeared.
and a trap somehow accidentally triggered.
That proves nothing. People keep accusing us of very wild invention,
As if we spend our afternoons constructing clever tension,
as if we sneak through royal chambers,
borrow gadgets, maps, and keys.
which is insulting because honestly, we never take things without ease.
We are misunderstood,
Entirely adorable,
small of stature.
morally flexible,
We're tiny criminals.
adorably illegal.
If there's a rule, we broke it.
Well, technically that's debatable.
We're tiny criminals.
Small but highly trained.
If something just exploded,
We should probably not be blamed.
I merely borrowed Panthro's tools for science experimentation.
And I absolutely did not aid this noble investigation.
The smoke was very educational.
The screaming seemed a touch unfair.
Besides, if giant grown-up warriors panic, that sounds like their repair.
Quick hands, quick feet, quick exits when authority appears.
We're tiny criminals.
Acrobatic menace. If there's a thing worth taking, we appreciate its premise.
We're tiny criminals.
Smiling through the blame. If there's a heroic disaster, there's a chance we help that game. People think we're selfish
Or reckless.
or impossible,
Which is deeply hurtful, because we're much worse than that.
locks are just suggestions, alarms are just noise. Authority is temporary, chaos brings us joy.
We're tiny criminals.
Legendary menace, the future of disasters with a match little presence.
We're tiny criminals.
The fastest in the land, if you still have your wallet.
Check again. Run.
Already
You think shadows hide monsters? Sometimes they hide the ones protecting you. I learned to move where light forgets to travel, to disappear before the danger sees my face. Some fight by roaring loud enough to shake the heavens. Some survive by knowing silence has its place. Illusions are not lies if they save lives. A hidden path still leads the same way home. But try explaining that to louder hearts who think a king must always stand alone. I draw the lines no one can see between what must be done and what remains of me. There are lines in the dark that only I can trace. The things you never notice are the things that keep you safe. I am the shadow walker, the quiet in the fight. Some warriors need the daylight. I own the night. A younger brother watching crowns get handed upward. A strategist applauding someone else's fate. You smile and say the right things for the kingdom, but some wounds learn to calcify as patience waits. Still, when the danger rises from the ruins, when ancient evils stretch their hands to claim the for titles or for glory. I fight because I love this broken band. Steady breathing, measured steps. The unseen hand is still ahead. There are lines in the dark, threads of truth and fear. Every step I take unseen still brings the danger near. I am the edge of vision, the ghost before the strike. Some warriors seek the spotlight. I like the night. Do not mistake restraint for weakness. Do not mistake silence for surrender. And do not mistake patience for absence. I have stood behind the heroes. I have watched them claim the flame. But shadows remember every sacrifice, even when history forgets their name. There are lines in the dark, burning in my soul. The invisible defender pays an invisible toll. I am the final warning, the shape beyond the light. When monsters stink, they owe the dark. They find me tonight. Disappear. Disappear. Steel doesn't ask permission. Fire doesn't apologize. Pressure makes one of two things: dust or weapons. I was broken on the anvils of my enemies, hammered into shapes they thought that I would keep. Chains can teach a dangerous kind of patience, and some wounds don't rest just because they sleep. They built their cages thinking Iron Men surrender. They learn too late what happens under strain. You can lock a beast inside a prison, but pressure only tempers what remains. I do not bend, I do not rust. I trust in fire and metal trust. I was built for war, forged in flame. Every scar remembers every enemy name. I was built for war, steel and bone. If the darkness wants a battle, tell it it's come home. While kings debate and prophets speak in riddles, somebody has to build the things that win. Claws are good, but thunder tanks are better, and I prefer solutions made of steel and discipline. Every broken part can become stronger. Every failed design can teach the hand. You call it rage, I call it fuel, and I have plenty left in this command. Strike the metal, raise the sparks. Even monsters fear the dark with teeth. I was built for war, heavy hands. When the walls start falling, I'm the one who still stands. I was built for war. Hear the sound, that's not fear you're hearing. That's the hammer coming down. Strength is not anger. Anger is easy. Strength is choosing exactly where to aim it. Bring your armies, bring your chains, bring your tyrants, bring your pain. I have carried worse than this. I was built for war, forged to last. I don't run from shadows, I break them when they pass. I was built for war, iron soul. When the final battle comes, I'll be the wall that holds. Built for war, built for war, built for
You don't have to carry all of this alone.
I'm supposed to.
Says who? Every choice feels heavier than armor. Every face becomes another weight to bear. Kings are measured by the lives they fail to save. And lately I can feel that counting everywhere.
I hear Jaga in the silence after battle.
I hear doubt
In every victory I claim.
How do you lead when every road feels broken?
How do you stand beneath a legendary name?
You think strength is standing by yourself in thunder. You think burden means you suffer in the dark. But even storms are made of countless moving pieces. Even lightning needs a sky to leave its mark.
I have seen the future's fear tries hard to whisper. I have seen what happens when brave hearts disappear. And if the path ahead is lined with fire and ruin, then I am not the one who leaves you there.
No clown survives alone.
No warrior stands apart.
Even the strongest armor
Cannot protect the heart. When the storm finds us, let it find us standing.
when the night calls our names.
Let it hear us answering.
If the sky should break above us, if the whole world disappears,
We will face the fall together.
louder than our fears. I was taught to roar.
Then roar,
What if I'm not enough?
then borrow strength from those who love you.
Not every battle ends with clean conclusions.
Not every scar becomes a lesson wrapped in gold.
But courage isn't certainty or prophecy.
It's choosing not to let each other go.
Through every shadow,
Through every flame,
no one here
fights alone again.
When the storm finds us, let it find us ready.
When the darkness moves to claim,
Let our hearts hold force against force. If I fall,
I catch you.
if you fall,
You already know.
no more silence,
No more waiting.
no more fear of what may come. When the storm finds us,
Let it find us roaring. Let the heavens shake apart.
let the whole world hear the warning.
We are more than prophecy, more than crowns and old myths.
When the final darkness comes,
It finds us.
together,
The storm is coming.
the storm is coming. Good.
Right team meeting. I hate team meetings. That's because they usually involve your failures. Can we steal something already? We raid the castles, we chase the heroes, we nearly die before the lunch bell rings. And every time we think we finally got the treasure, that oversized cat somehow ruins everything. I got exploded yesterday for leadership reasons.
Your leadership consists of yelling and then falling.
I'd been a robot. No one thanked me. This is outrageous, unprofessional, possibly illegal. Though admittedly that part's fine. We want payday, mountain of gold, if we're gonna risk our necks. We want payment up front, we're told. We want payday, treasure and power. We did not sign up for constant defeat and terrifying unpaid overtime hours. Our boss is an immortal skeletal nightmare
With terrible communication skills.
no dental plan.
Honestly insulting.
We've marched through swamps and caves and ruins, got electrocuted more than feels humane. And somehow every single plan involving giant weapons ends with somebody setting Monkey on fire again. Why is it always me? We are underpaid, overthreatened, and aggressively underappreciated. We want payday, pilot high. If Mumm-Ra wants his evil done, he better meet our price. We want payday, loot, and gems, because villainy is labor and we deserve benefits. Benefits? Uh-oh. Benefits? Uh-oh. Morale discussion! Mono! Morale discussion! Team growth! We want payday! Run for your life! This meeting has become significantly more deadly than before. Payday! Or possibly escape. We are flexible depending on how fast that skull can teleport! Pathetic. I miss unemployment. Armor up. Tonight, we end this. Sharpen steel and lock the harness. Check the engines, prime the flame. Wars are won before the first blow by the ones who came prepared to claim. No more waiting, no more hoping, no more counting what was lost. If we want tomorrow standing, someone pays the cost. I have walked the unseen pathways, measured every root and fall, mapped the dark between the torches, counted every weakness in these walls.
Shadows whisper useful warnings. Fear can sharpen if controlled. Every trap becomes a weapon if you know exactly where to hold.
I have seen the future splinter,
Seen the blood and seen the fire.
seen the ones I love still standing only because they climbed through something higher.
Fate is not a fixed instruction. Time is not a prison cell.
We are what we choose in battle,
Not the stories prophets tell.
steel and shadow, speed and thunder, different hands but one command.
Hold the line,
When the dark comes running,
hold the line,
when the stars go blind,
hold the line. No more fear or faltering. If we fall,
we fall defying.
hold the line.
Walls can break,
Then build another,
plans can fail.
then make a better world.
Hope is not a thing you wait for.
It's a thing you become.
Tonight the ancient dark remembers.
Heroes still are hard to kill.
Hold the line. Let the heavens hear us. Hold the line.
Let the ground shake too.
Hold the line.
If the end comes hunting, let it find us coming through.
If this is where our story ends,
Then make it costly.
if this is where the darkness rises,
Then this is where it breaks.
no retreat, no surrender, no more chains of fear remain. We are fire, we are hunters, we are coming through the flames. Hold the line. When the night comes screaming, hold the line. Let the thunder roar.
Hold the line. We were never made for kneeling.
When they come, we give them war.
Hold the line.
Hold the line, hold the line. Lionel, do you see now? Not every victory comes shining. Not every triumph feels like song. Some roads are paved in sacrifice, and still they lead us on. You feared the weight of crowns and thunder. You feared the darkness at your door. But courage was never being fearless, only choosing one step more. I told you sight was more than vision, more than futures yet unknown. The clearest truth a leader learns is no one stands alone. Sight beyond sight, look through the pain. What falls in darkness can rise again. The stars may falter, the night may call, but even kings are still just souls after all. You were never meant to become me, only yourself.
is no longer here. In his place stands someone stronger, someone wise enough to choose the greatest vision. Is the heart that will not lose. Goodbye, my king.
Thunder! 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 From shattered worlds and falling fire, from ancient fear and buried pain, we crossed the stars with broken banners, and still we rose again. You think your fleeting spark means victory? You think your thunder drowns the grave? Empires fall and hope turns dust. I am the hunger kings obey. Steel and shadow, speed and thunder, ghost and fire, one last stand. Thundercats, oh, let the heavens hear our cry. Sharper than the dark we crossed,
Stronger than the chains that forged us.
nothing earned was ever lost. This seems dramatically bad.
I blame management.
Naturally.
Can we leave?
Snarf, snarf, running side. Look beyond sight.
Hope remembers, thunder answers, darkness breaks.
I am forever.
Everything ends.
Never again. Thundercats, oh, let the earth and heaven shake. Thundercats, oh, this is what the brave ones make. No more shadow, no more fear, no more chains to bind tomorrow. Thundercats, oh, I was a child with borrowed thunder.